Hey everybody. All right. Well, we've got a fun one today. These aren't going to be in a show. They're not going to be sold. I'm not a knife smith. I'm not a bladesmith and never made one. These are my first ones, but I have a friend. He's a dear friend of mine. I have known him since we were, I think, in middle school, which is odd for me. I moved a lot. Didn't really keep up with anybody. And we have seen each other through the hardest times and the best times. And he's turning 40. Which will only put you at roughly where I'm at. And I've thought about it, and I don't know of anything better than to make him a knife. So he has no clue. He doesn't watch this channel. And if he does, that's a super huge surprise to me. I'm probably going to break most of the knife making rules doing this. I've seen these things called mowie knives. And I'm going to attempt to make a pair of them. A brother and sister, if you will. That way we have a pair of knives that were made at the same time. They were forged in the same fire. They even came off the same lawnmower. And I think he'll get the symbolism. I think it works. I'm going to freehand this as I do everything. I'm also going to try to keep all of the lawnmower indentations and everything. I think the hilt will be kind of roughly somewhere here. The tang will go into here. The half moon there, that's the only difference between the blades. This one will have it on the blade. This one will have it under the hilt, under the handle. I think for the handle, I'm going to try to make a steel handle. I think this is going to be a completely steel knife. Not that great on practicality, but it's not like too many of us are carrying these things for practicality anymore. So, all that being said, let's get the sketching. The first thing we're going to do is, this is going to be our blade side. This is going to be, because our edge is already there. So, I'm going to kind of come up to this. This is going to be a hacking blade. There's nothing finesseful about it. It's going to be very akin to a machete or whatnot. The most finesseful thing will be I'm going to come off the top of the blade and give it a little bit of a curve, just because I think it looks good in blades. And the best part about all this is I'm going to attempt to do this with no knife making skill and with just my backyard tools. I am using a forge. The forges, though, they're very affordable. They're, I think mine is the cheapest on Amazon. And I have an expensive forge, but I don't hardly ever use it. It burns through a lot of propane, and I'm not making swords, so it stays up on the shelf. I think the hilt's going to be somewhere around in here. And I'm wondering if I have... So I don't have enough of these, and they're not big enough. But... what I'm doing is I'm trying to look and see if I've got stock that'll make a good hand grip, you know? If I got anything that would make a good hand grip, that would, actually, I don't like it because it's small and it'll take the tang away, but I love it at the same time because it's just, yeah. I've got some twisted metal that might be perfect for this. And I've got enough of it to make 2 hand grips. Like I said, these are going to be more like, this is an ornamental knife. This is something that like you're going to take out to say, hey, I had this thing. It's not going to be a real. You know what I could do though? Yeah, that's what I can do. I can leave the tang in there and cut this in the middle. That way the tang carries through partway down that twist. I think that's what I'm going to do, guys. You can see I'm very exacting. Like I said, this is a learning experience. I don't know a tremendous amount about it. I've learned a little bit. But that's it. We're going to try this. We're going to try this. And I'm not even sure 100% what I'm going to do as far as the hilt there, but I think I've got a couple ideas. All right, so we're doing a lot of grinding. We're doing a lot of grinding, so it'll be, by the time you finish, like, I edit this because nobody wants to watch all this grinding. It's not going to be a very long video, but it'll be out there. So, I'm going to do this one. Then, more than likely, I'm going to probably not try to make y'all watch the mirror. And just like that, I don't think that's a bad knife blank. It's hot. And I hear half of you out there laughing at me. And I deserve it. But I think it's a nice, it makes for a pretty knife. Keep in mind that I am an aesthetic artist. I'm not as much of a knife maker, as I said. This is the part that means a lot to me and would mean a lot to him, is that we're going to have a couple knives that were made on the same day, in the same way, by the same hands. You can tell they're not perfect. They're not completely flat. I wouldn't think they're supposed to be. They're just gonna be cool knives. I said I wasn't going to show you the cutting process again, but I think I'm going to lie. I think I'm going to definitely take you back through it again. You can see it a second time. I'm going to cut this out. This will all be at super fast rate anyway. And then there's going to be a bunch of boring sanding and stuff that'll be at super fast rate. Okay. Now we're going to take this guy right here and Yeah, I think we'll be able to get that one into place. So that's perfect. Now, this little guy right here. Yeah. Now you're starting to kind of see it. Oh, that was hot. That was so hot, guys. Oh. And that is why at the Mexican restaurants, when they say hot plate, I don't pay attention. Ooh, so hot. Okay. Now, you know what? I may have a better idea for the handles. Let me see something real quick. Oh, I wish I don't think I like them. Somewhere in between would be great.